What's up YouTube, I'm just another guy and welcome back to my rise to fame. So here we are, we're at a new club. As you can see from the right on the history summary, we are at Wuhan in China. So we're still in Asia, we're still in the Asian continent. I'm happy with the move we've got. And the reason for that is because I'm going to sort of tell you the story of how we got here. So I left, if we go into my history and achievements, I left Home United on the 1st of November 2015. About 2 months later, nearing two full months later, we got the job at Wuhan. Now, I applied for a lot of places, and I always told you that I wanted to get a team which had 2.5-star reputation. Wuhan actually has a 2.5-star reputation, but it wasn't an easy way to get here. So applying for a lot of jobs, I was laughed off, as you would expect, with a manager of my current profile. You know, not a very good reputation, not very good coaching or mental stats. You know, nothing was particularly great. Nothing's particularly good about me. And so I had a lot of places. I had a few interviews come up, but they were in a league. They were in teams from Malaysia, and I actually decided, you know what, I don't actually want to manage in that league. The highest reputation team is 1-star. That's not going to progress my career forward in any way, or in the right direction anyway. You know, I want to be thinking forward, not sideways. You know, up, not down. What I decided was I was actually going to get rid of a lot of leagues. Now, I'm not sure what leagues are removed. We can have a look in a second. But I believe from the top of my head, because I did this a while ago, it was India, Malaysia, Singaporean, and the Welsh League. I think we got rid of all of them. And the reason for the Welsh League going is because I actually had an interview with Bangor City, I believe it was, in the Welsh League. And I went to the interview, and the first question was, why do you want to step down at a club from, you know, in club size? And I thought, you know what, yeah. You know, because they're a 1-star reputation team. Home United were 1.5. I thought, yeah, why do I want to? And then I just left the interview. I decided not to continue with the interview after they asked that question. I thought, you know what, that's true. I'm going to stick to my guns here, because that was about a month after not having a job. I was like, you know what, I'm going to stick to what I was going to do. I'm going to go for a 2-star team, if I can, maybe even a 2.5-star team. I want to get the better reputation team. So I was applying around. I think there was a club from Poland or somewhere of that sort of area in Europe. I think there was a club from that area. They were a 2-star reputation team. They're expected to do quite well in their league. I applied for their job, and they said they would consider my interest. So that was encouraging. Nothing actually materialized from that. I ended up going to another guy, but not just another guy. So as a result, I was unable to get that. But yeah, we continued applying, we continued to look, and Wuhan came up. Now, something I didn't realize as well, because I've spoken about the new interview process in the past. And as you can see from my media handling, it's currently atrocious. I hate doing press conferences, always send the assistant. And they actually brought that up in the interview. They said, you don't approach press much. Why is this? Now, I didn't realize that could affect, my likelihood of getting a job. So from now on, I'm going to try and improve my media handling, and I need to improve my managing finances. I'm surprised it's that low anyway, but I'm going to be improving that. Currently, we're about 2K under my wage, so I'm looking good there to get that up. But yeah, they asked me questions like media handling, managing finance. Why didn't I achieve what I should have achieved at Home United in the year I left? And it was really quite an intense occasion. I really wanted this job, and they saw something in me. I said, look, I'm willing to, avoid relegation, which is what they were expected. They're a newly promoted team. And I said, look, I'll do it on a cheaper transfer budget and the same wage budget you're offering. And you know what? They said, yeah, they gave me they took the shot on me, which is quite an ask, because when I joined, the first day I was here, another manager from a team in this league actually come out and said he was shocked at the signing of the appointment of me as manager, and felt they could have got a better appointment. This was another manager in the league, so it shows that I've taken on a monumental task here of I've got heaps of pressure on me already just from taking on this job. So Wuhan, as you see, 2.5-star reputation team, not a very old club, only founded in 2009, but they've climbed up the leagues very quickly. Last time they were in this league, which wasn't actually in the game, which is 2013 season, they finished 16th and got relegated after getting promoted. We of course didn't get them promoted, but we're aiming to try and keep them in the league, first time of asking. So we joined in January. We had a lot of time building up to pre-season to sort my squad out. There are, of course, again, foreigner rules like there are in all leagues in Asia. We're only allowed 4 foreigners, 3 of them being non-Asian, or 1 of them being Asian. We're allowed 5 foreigners in the squad, but only allowed 4 foreigners in the starting 11 at all times. So for right now, I have a striker on the bench who is foreign but can't play unless I take a foreigner off. So that's a bit annoying. But yeah, I had a lot of time to I had about 3 months, like I said, to build the squad. There wasn't many players here. There were a few players, but not a load of players. So it was basically, and I was given quite a large wage, quite a bit of transfer money to play with. So I was basically able to build this squad up to the players of my liking. So, you know, that, again, it puts a little bit more pressure on me, because if we don't succeed, I really have no one to blame but myself. But I think I've approached it the right way. I took my time. I looked around a lot. I tried to get as many good Chinese players as I could. And overall, I think I've made some good transfers. So we'll go into that and we'll look at how we've done there. So these players were released. I think I released them. And we also sold Mingan. He actually, I didn't really want to sell this guy, but he said, look, I want to leave. I heard this club are interested in me. If a deal comes in, will you accept it? And I said, you know, no, I don't really want to accept it. He said, look, I don't want to, you know, I tried talking him out of it. He said, look, there's no way this is happening. I want to leave, or I'm going to be a problem. So I said, you know what, fine. If they can meet an appropriate deal, I'll sell you. And they offered me £120,000. And I thought, yep, you know what, I can accept that. So Wuhan have lost a really good player there. In fact, he was probably one of the best players in the club when I joined anyway. But when you look at who we've brought in to replace him, or, you know, people playing in that same area of the pitch, I think we've sort of made a right call. So let's start with the ins. So the first guy I brought in was a left attacking mid, although he doesn't actually play left attacking mid. It was for the left attacking mid position, and it's from Eastern in Hong Kong. And he's actually himself from Croatia, 30 years of age, a left midfielder, like I said, not playing left mid, left attacking mid though. And he's been doing really well so far, currently 3 games into the league season. And yeah, overall I think Sarek is going to be a good player for the club, good player for this level, on quite a bit a week. One of our foreigners, Wu Yak, or Yaki, is our backup goalkeeper. Currently starting though in his first 3 league games of the season, because our first choice keeper is out injured. And you know what, from what I've seen so far, can't really argue too much. I can't really say I'm disappointed. So, yeah, there's Yaki or Yak. Again, not too sure. Next guy we brought in was from Changchun for £120,000, the highest fee I've ever spent on a player. And that was Beoji, I think. Again, I could be wrong there. Centre midfield. And this is one of the guys sort of in that same area. I think he's got some good stats. Good, like, sort of ball in the midfielder, defend. Is, I think, actually playing defensive midfield for me. Right now, and as you can see, he played really quite well, and overall I think this is another good signing, another good player to add to the squad. Contra reports as well, actually really good player, so really looking forward to see how he goes throughout the whole season. Next guy, Serena, or yeah, Serena I think it is, another Croat, right back this time. And really we didn't have any particularly good right backs, or fullbacks I should say, in the whole squad, so this was one of the guys we brought in, as you see, playing in Singapore up until last season, Huhang United. So it's not exactly like he's come from a particularly great place, you know, a particularly good league. But you know, he played well for the past year, and then didn't play as many games maybe in 2015 as he probably could have, but still played well when he featured. So I'm expecting a good time from him, or good performances from him. He's done all right so far. Did miss a penalty in one of his matches, but hopefully, you know, that doesn't, you know, it shouldn't really affect him too much. He is a right back. He's not there to really score goals. And I should sort out my penalty takers. I don't think I've done that yet. So that's my bad, really. Next guy, Teo, 30-year-old left back. Was considering signing a foreign left back, but then I realised this guy was out there, and I thought, yeah, you know what? He looks good enough. He may be 30, but he'll do for a few years. So that's what we brought in. £75,000. Quite a large fee surrounding him, considering his age. But experience at this level, I think that's something really vital for a team who are looking to survive relegation. So overall, I'm willing to pay that. And again, he's played well so far, so can't argue with what I've seen. And then the last 5 signings were all free transfers. First guy I brought in was Yang, left attacking mid as a backup option. Next guy, Hong Yong Jo. He is another foreigner in our team. He's going to be playing centre mid this season for us. A really good guy, really good centre mid as well, from North Korea. So he does count as an Asian foreigner. Apparently he's a leading player for this division, which is really good. It's, you know, a perfect signing for us. Came in from April 25, who I believe are the best team in North Korea, if I'm correct from my knowledge. Which is very limited of course, North Korean football. But look at his record, really good. Not currently playing in his favourable position of centre attacking mid, but I've dropped him down to centre mid. He's going to be playing advanced playmaker attack, so you know he's still using the same stats. He's just a little bit further back on the pitch. So either way, I think he'll be a good player. Currently out injured, which is a shame, but he'll be back in a few days' time. Next guy, Chongquil or Chongqual, I have no idea. Another backup sort of centre mid option. Next guy, Jane, or yeah, I think it's Jane. Another striker. He's again another backup option. Don't really expect him to feature too much. And last guy, Ye Ling. I think it's Ye Ling. Could be wrong. But again, but centre mid. And again, the experience at this level has been relegated in the past, but hopefully, you know, he can play decently well. And again, it's just really another option in the centre of the park. Didn't really have many there at the start of the season. So overall, I'm pretty pleased with my signings, but you know, obviously it isn't particularly great. I can't really attract great Chinese players yet. I could attract foreigners that would easily tear up this division, but of course, because of the limit, it's quite hard and quite picky. Plus, there are already foreigners here. For example, when I go into the squad, there was already Moneki, who is a centre-back foreigner, and there was also Tassio, who is the striker I was talking about a second ago. So, you know, there were a few problems already in place with the team. I would really love to be playing Tassio, but like I say, foreigner rules are currently forcing me to be unable to play him. I would need to drop, you know, one of my other foreigners, and right now I'm not really comfortable doing that. Maybe a bit later on in the season, I may need to put him in, because currently our other striker, Ting, is not really performing well enough. As you can see, you know, 30 years of age, not really a great player. I think he's actually a natural, or he's accomplished right back, natural striker, but yeah, not too great so far. Not a great goal scoring record either in his history. Meanwhile, this guy has come on as a substitute appearance, I think, in 2 games. He actually scored 2 goals in one game, and he scored in another. So, you know, clearly I know who my favourable striker is, but I can't currently field him. So yeah, those are transfers, those are the players in the squad. You know, you've pretty much seen most of the standout ones since they've all been signings. Here's Moneki, who is a guy that was already here, which I was really happy with. Very familiar name. I may have had him in last FM, I'm not too sure. But yeah, either way, you know, those are squads, those are transfers. Let's talk about the tactic we're going to be playing for the season. Now, this is the current tactic I'm fielding. Now, it did originally start off like this, but I've changed it quite literally like in the last game, because I felt this would offer us maybe a little bit more balance, a little bit more stability, and maybe a little bit more of a threat going forward. So I decided to change it up to this, and you know what, it's been working really well so far. 3 games into the season, 3 wins out of 3, really good, as well as a couple of good performances and good results against some tough teams. Player instructions are currently none. Team instructions are retain possession, shorter passing, get stuck in, and lower tempo. We're a fluid and counter mentality, which again could be quite contrasting. You're seeing a fluid encounter, but it's working for us so far, so I'm going to keep it the same. So, fixtures wise, yeah, it's been really good. It really has. To start off, we were 2-0 up originally against Liaoning. I have no idea. Sarek got 2 goals in the first half, so that was really good him, and a really good debut for him. They did get a goal back in the 54th minute, which meant going into the last, you know, 40 minutes of the match, it was relatively, or 35 minutes of the match, it was relatively tense. But we showed a good defensive display to walk away with all 3 points. After that, we played Hangzhou, who I know for a fact are one of the better teams in the league. I thought they were anyway. Am I wrong in thinking that? I thought they were a better team in the league. No, actually they're not. They're about a mid-table team, but they put up a really good display against us. As you see, 4-3 in the end. But what a game it was! And this was the penalty. This was the game where Serena actually missed the penalty. So if we look, they scored to make it. They scored in the 3rd minute to give themselves a lead before going 2-0 up before half time. Coming out in the second half, we did get one back straight away, which I thought that was great. You know, that's exactly how we want to start. We've got to score 3 goals if we want to win the game. We want to get one back as early as we can before they took another goal and therefore put their 2-goal advantage, you know, back in place. And so it looked very unlikely we were going to win the game. We did of course score in the 73rd minute. Again, 3-2 on the scoreline. Anything could really happen then for the last 15 minutes of the match. We did get that penalty and missed it. And once we missed that penalty, I thought, that's it, game over. We're going to walk away with a defeat here. You know, we've had our opportunity. We had our chance to build our momentum, and we threw it away due to that penalty miss. But then, Tassio, who was our substitute, finally came to life within the last 10 minutes of the match, scoring a goal in the 80th and also the winner on the 90th minute. What a fantastic game for him. I'm not even sure if that's his first, yes, his first actual game in the top division with the club, so real good performance from him. And then in the very recent game, we won 3-1 against Jesu, who are they a good team in the league? I'm not too sure who the good teams in the league are yet. You can tell I've not been here too long. I know, of course, Hangzhou are, but apart from that, I don't really know anything. But yeah, won this game 3-1. Again, another good performance. Not exactly dominating on the match stats, but very clinical when we go forward. You know, taking our opportunities when they come. And Tassio also scoring in the 90th minute, yet again, keeping up a bit of tradition there. But yeah, it's been really, really good so far. We currently have a game against Henan, who, again, I'm not too sure what they're expected to do in this league. Let's have a look. Let's go there. They're expected around mid-table, so it should be a relatively good game. Hopefully we can get a win there. As well, we've also, we avoid any of the sort of big guns. I think the big guns in the league may be people like Beijing. Gang Zhao, of course, already know about. Renhe, I think, are quite good. Renhe, I think they're quite good. Again, I could be completely wrong with this. I don't really know much about Chinese football. But overall, I'm really looking forward to the season after these first 3 games where they've been quite tense, quite, forceful. I've had to really think about my tactic as well. I really wanted to make sure I had the balance between attack and defense right. I'm constantly tinkering the tactic as well throughout the games in the past few matches. Overall, I'm just looking forward to the defensive challenge. And my time at the club here, when I was at Home United, I wanted to leave after about a year. I always knew that was going to be my plan. Once my contract expired, I was out of there. It was trying to achieve as much as I could. Pretty much a smash and grab, win as much, leave on a high. Didn't really pan out that way, but I still won something there. Meanwhile here, with, God, what's the name of my club? I've not been here too long. Wuhan. The plan here isn't to, have a good season and leave, because I've only got a year's deal and I could do that. My plan here is to actually try and build them into a decent team. I want to sort of stay here for 4 or 5 seasons. See if I can win the league with them. It would be nice to sort of have an additional thing, or additional sort of tradition in a way or something of winning the league with every club I go to. So this is going to be quite a task for a club that are expected to get relegated in their first season. But it'd be nice if I could stay here for a while and try and, like I say, build up and achieve something and sort of reach, my peaks and, reach quite high levels with Wuhan. So let's go into this live comp for today. So you already know who we have. Hehan away from home on TV this game. But I think this is going to be the lineup to go out today. We currently have an injury on the bench. We'll actually swap you out for Peng. But apart from that, this is the starting lineup. I'm not going to go through and name them because I can't. So let's go into this match. Let's hope we can continue our 100% start. If not, let's at least walk away with a draw. That'd be decent. We can qualify for the Champions League in this league. We could have done that in Singapore, actually. In the last season I was there, the team who finished top would have got Asian Champions League football. Now, of course, that went to probably went to Tampines in the end, or whoever won that league. I don't even know. I didn't really care. I didn't want to know anymore. I just wanted to bail. But yeah, we could get Champions League football here. Currently, my aim is to avoid relegation, even after our good sort of start to the season, 3 wins out of 3. I still just want to aim for survive relegation because I know, it's very realistic that we could win these 3 games, then go about 10 games without a win. We're in the relegation zone. Not an ideal start. We pick up an injury straight away. We will bring on our right attacking midfielder on the bench, who is actually on the bench because he can play centre mid, but also, the fact that he's got versatility to his, positions means that, he's really good to have on the bench. But we've given away a penalty now. Wow. I hate my away kit because you can't read the text. It's sky blue on a white background. That is, whoever made that choice was a joke, because that is terrible to try and read. But we saved the penalty there. Rafael Marquez missing it for Hehan. And come on Wuhan, we can get this today. Terrible start for them. Let's kickstart our game right now. Although 30 minutes in, doesn't seem like that's going to happen. Who gave away the penalty? It was our right back. He's not. No, his rating hasn't dropped, so doesn't seem like he's having a bad game. May have just been a little mistake, or even maybe even a poor call. Let's go out there with control. We'll go and control the game now. We'll see what that does. Wait, what? Penalty? What's going on? Why can stuff's clearly going on, but I'm not seeing it because there we go. I think there may have been a highlight there because it was going really slow as if there was something going on, but we never saw anything. Either way, yeah, I agree with what Ming's saying. A draw, like I said going into it, a draw wouldn't be a bad result. I know this 100% record can't, we can't maintain this. So to me, it's, about picking up as many points as we can early on. So they've got the ball in, and it's a really good save from the keeper. That's the second time in the game now. Not only the penalty, but the that save right there. And Marquez is unable to get the goal in, or the header in, I should really say. Let's look to make some subs. So I'm going to be bringing on Theo, which means I'm going to have to actually take Starrick off. Because, like I said, the foreigner rule is killing me right now. I did actually try and sell the Brazilian striker I'm bringing on right now. I tried to sell him, but no one was interested, so... Oh, no. Ah. Can we pop you there? Thank you. Let's go. Let's see what this can do. Down to 10 men. Everything against us. Already had a penalty given against us. Not looking particularly strong in this match, but let's hopefully see ourselves score a goal. As here is Tessio. Bang, bang, bang. We score. Oh, god damn it. I was going to say, we scored a goal going down to 10 men. We are incredible. But it didn't want to give it to me. Also, our Peng is looking really tired. Oh no, let's jump back up. That's good. Don't say that's our injury. Good. Oh god, it's quite a boring game. Not an ideal first live con with Wuhan. But as long as we can maintain this undefeated record, I'll be quite happy. You know, we're avoiding defeats, which is, in a way, the main thing for a club looking to get relegated or looking to survive relegation. Seconds now, just passing down the clock. How's everyone else doing today? No one actually around us is playing, which is relatively nice. It means we go top of the table at least for the, you know, for the time being, which is always nice to see. But there you go. Calmly, I'm going to tell the lads, I'm not really happy. Even though I said I'd be happy with the draw, I'm not really happy. We did get dominated for the first time all season long, but a point to point, top of the table, top of the table. Oh yeah, I'm also doing a coaching badge, my first ever coaching badge. £480 it will cost the club. 4 months to study it, but it will also be my first ever coaching badge in the game. Where is it? Profile, information, personal life. There you go, coaching qualifications. I currently have none, so it will be the first one we can get, which of course we really need to be achieving if we want to sort of grow my stats, grow my coaching ability and things like that. So this will be it for now, guys. Next time I will meet you back. I'll probably meet you back for around like the CFA Cup third round. I think that's a really good chunk of games. We'll pretty much play everyone once, and also it'd be nice to have a cup game maybe, see how we can do there. Maybe even try and, you know, if we're on a good run of form in the league, we may even try and push for a cup this season. Who knows? But either way, guys, until next time, peace out.